Since the crisis in Ukraine goes on, Poland has been looking for more defense support by securing a deal with the US to purchase 250 Abrams tanks. This is mainly because, as Polish Defense Minister Mariusz Blaszczak states, Poland intends to strengthen their military as an effort to deter Russia's invasion to the west by adding preventive measure. By the same token, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin mentions that they will do all possible to assist in the defense of their allies and partners, including their Polish counterpart. Moreover, amid the escalating threat of conflict between Ukraine and Russia, this will foster the interoperability within the Polish and the U.S. armed forces, enhancing their combined deterrence operations credibility. Therefore, in February 2022, Blaszczak signed a deal worth around $4.75 billion to purchase 250 M1A2 Set V3 Abrams from the U.S. However, given that the foreign military sale takes up to 250 units of Abrams main battle tanks worth billions of dollars, the question arises, why does Poland tend to strengthen their defense systems with these American Abrams rather than other NATO allies' military weapon systems? Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Military TV. Today, we are trying to discuss the above question, and if you want to get more details, stay tuned and watch this video till the end. There might be some possible answers why Poland purchases the Abrams tanks from the US to strengthen their defense systems. It is undeniable that the American Abrams is one of the fastest tanks ever built in the world, with a top speed of 4 to 5 miles per hour on-road and 30 miles per hour off-road. The M1 Abram main combat tank itself has been built for over 10,000 units since its introduction, making it the world's most massive tank produced. Moreover, due to the Abrams tanks have been renewed with the System Enhancement Program version 3, Set V3, by the U.S. Army to address any necessary upgrade since its deployment in the combat in Operation Iraqi Freedom, Poland is keen to arm its forces with these tanks. This is because the issues with space, weight, and power of the Abrams have been rectified, along with its improved survivability, resulting in total improvements to the Abrams platform. Specifically, the enhanced electrical power with the auxiliary power unit, integrated counter-improvised explosive device protection with additional active and passive protection systems, new radio equipment, revised infrared, FLIR, system for increased target acquisition, vehicle health management systems, and embedded training aids are among the changes to the Abrams tanks that have captivated Poland's interest. Besides that, the Abrams increased armor thickness and the use of special armor modules with a new designation of NG, a P or Next Generation Armor Package, or NEA, Next Evolution Armor, in the turret and hull cavities, replacing the third-generation depleted uranium heavy armor packages on earlier Abrams model, make the M1A2 Set V3 version frontally invulnerable to Russian modern armor-piercing fin-stabilized discarding Sabot rounds and anti-tank guided missiles. Therefore, with its overall combat power, the M1A2 Set V3 becomes the most reliable and most modern version of the Abrams tank ever, providing Poland with a highly advanced tank capability as the largest and most vital deterrent force against Russia, including to deal with Russia's modern main battle tanks, such as the latest T-14 Armata. For these reasons, Poland saw an opportunity to bring its land military systems for a massive upgrade with the U.S. State Department's approval of the potential procurement of M1A2 Set V3 Abrams main battle tanks up to 250 units. Furthermore, as can be seen, the T-72 tanks from Soviet era is by far the most prominent main battle tank in Poland's arsenal. Thus, the acquisition will also allow Poland to replace its obsolete Soviet-designed T-72, as well as its own PT-91 tanks, with a new tracked vehicle platform. However, the Polish land forces currently also deploy the German Leopard 2A4 and 2A5 tanks. Hence, with the U.S. Abrams joining in similar number, Poland could effectively double its advanced tank armament. Additionally, The approval's timing of the procurement is also noteworthy, since it happens at a time of unprecedented post-Cold War East-West tensions, which is concerned on the possibility of a potential new Russian invasion of Ukraine and the movement of NATO, as well as Russian forces elsewhere in Eastern Europe. This also explains why the acquisition takes the deal not only for the 250 M1A2 set V3 Abrams tanks, but also the 26 M88A2 Hercules armored recovery vehicles and 17 M1110 joint assault bridges mounted on the M1 Abrams chassis. Moreover, other defense equipment, including ammunition and other related elements of logistics, as well as program support from the U.S., are included in the package of this foreign military sale, which costs Poland $6 billion in total. As reported by Defense News, Polish President Andrzej Duda told that Polish officials have been in talks with their U.S. counterpart to increase the procurement of other American weapons Poland has ordered, including the first Patriot missile systems, as well as the HIMARS artillery rocket systems and the latest generation F-35 fighter jets. Another reason why Poland signed the procurement with the U.S. in relation to Russian invasion is that Polish security expert Wojciech Lawrence of the Polish Institute of International Affairs in Warsaw argues that Russia's troop posture so close to NATO borders. As a result, NATO has declared comprehensive preparations to boost its forces along with the U.S. to position on the fleet's eastern flank. This is in line with Polish Defense Minister Mariusz Blaszczak, who claims that the security of Poland means the security of the NATO's whole eastern flank. In this regard, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, who spoke with his Russian partner over the phone and visited Poland on February 18, 2022, states that Poland becomes the largest recipient of American troops and air combat power on NATO's eastern flank, with administration officials estimating that Russia now has between 169,000 and 190,000 troops on Ukraine's border. The U.S. also has dispatched an estimated 4,700 troops from the Army's 82nd Airborne Division to Poland to supplement a standing force of 4,000 soldiers from the Army's 5th Corps, which is based in Poznan. According to Austin, as outlined by Air Force magazine and Reuters, the reason for this is also because the contract will be another indicator of a deep and developing defense cooperation with the U.S. Moreover, U.S. officials added that the U.S. forces in Poland might assist American residents who may evacuate to Poland if Russia invades, as well as assist Warsaw in dealing with a potential influx of refugees, as in the current event they fear millions of Ukrainians will become refugees and internally displaced. So, that's all the reasons why Poland cleared to purchase the American Abrams to strengthen their defense systems. If you have another opinion, let us know down in the comment below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.